This is going to be a fun, kind of interesting video, something I don't normally do on this channel, but I want to talk about instant photo printers. I got a bunch of them. And I want to talk about how I was able to utilize these to make one of my friends a Christmas present. She's the biggest Taylor Swift fan I know. What is happening? So I wanted to make her something pretty unique. Let's get into it.
I'm just another Chris.
Yeah, printers. I got a few. I actually have another Laney. It's over there. For this video, I ended up using my instant photo spy shield case. I did a video about this where I made a instant printer right into this case. I took it to Disneyland and I took pictures with the Avengers. It was so much fun. If you want to see that video, I'll leave it linked down below. But this is huge, just get out of the way. But these printers are awesome. They're 4x6 instant photo printers. They are super handy when you need to craft something that quick, fast, and even creative. So I was shopping at Target and I happened to see this UFO LED light. Really, really cool. I was like, what could I do with this? This is so cool. Like, it looks like you could put something in there, but the bottom is glued shut. And I went home. And so I happened to be talking to my friend Caitlin, which you should remember her. She was on a recent podcast episode, as well as earlier in the year where I challenged her to shoot instant photography for the first time. Happened to come across one of Taylor Swift's like music videos. Like it's too perfect. It's a perfect match. So I went back to Target to pick it up and well, it was nowhere to be found. So I had to go on eBay and find one. I did pay a lot more than $5. And as I was making it, I thought, why not share how to do this yourself? So I'm gonna walk you through the process of Photoshop, how I printed everything, assembled it all that good stuff. So let's get into it.
Into Photoshop we go. I found this photo, which was perfect. Not the photo of her specifically, but the photo of the little Roomba she rides. My goal to this is to try and make this a little bit more three-dimensional, and I think this is gonna work out great. And this angle of the little Roomba is pretty straight on, not perfect, but we can change that. So I went ahead and cut out just the front plate of the Roomba. So I brought down a guideline and tried my best to get this straight. It wasn't perfect, but it doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. Close enough will be just fine. So from here, I made 3 copies to make 4 sides of this little Roomba. Now that's just the sides. What about the top? This is where I use the dreaded, controversial tool known as AI. Ooh, super scary. Photoshop now has what's called generative fill, and it uses AI. So I just highlighted a section and typed in mirror surface, and this is what I got. How amazing is that? So since my plan is to print this out and cut it out, I need to make it 3-dimensional on a 2-dimensional surface. Though I want that to be the top, but that doesn't translate when I cut it out. So I move it out to the side and trace it on my computer monitor on some scrap piece of paper and test fit it that way. And I was really, really close. So I decided to extend it out a little bit and I was good to go. Now it's time to move on to Taylor herself. And honestly, it was really difficult to find a high resolution picture of her on the stage. I found some really cool ones, but they were like really grainy and it wouldn't print very well. But I found this one, which is perfect. However, that hair is going to be trouble. So I began the process of cutting her out. Now, I don't need to be too precise with this since I'm going to be cutting her out in real life. I just wanted to make it a little bit easier on myself and it helps me visualize. While doing this, I had an idea. She's holding onto that pole and I thought, why not make that real? So I ended up removing it from the final print image. And I think I'm going to use a toothpick in its place. The only thing left is to make a duplicate, mirror the image, and size it to 4x6 and print it out on my Laney printer. Any instant printer would work. Just happened to want to use this one because I wanted to plug that Disney video I did. I really liked how that came out. It should do better. Go watch it. I printed 2 different sizes because I wasn't sure what I was going to need, but turns out I nailed it on the first try, and that is with the bigger one. Let's cut out this Roomba and get that thing assembled first. The white part is actually just the bottom. We're not going to see that, and that's where I'm just going to glue it to the base, so I didn't print anything on there. And with this design, once it's cut out, you just fold in the corners and fold the top over. It's pretty slick. Sometimes I even amaze myself. Once it's folded, to assemble it, I just use double-sided tape. For the top, it was a little more tricky. I ended up being a little too precise. I meant to leave a little bit of an overhang so I could fold in and make an edge so I can use the double-sided tape. I was still able to achieve it. I would have liked to have had a little bit more surface for the tape, but it works. Now that the Roomba's done, let's move on to Taylor. Got one side of her cut out and I left this tab, which will come into play later. It'll help me adhere it to the top of the Roomba. To adhere both halves together, I just used double-sided tape and layered it over the full image, and then just press it together and then just cut out the extra tape. Now let's create that pole, and I'm gonna paint a toothpick white and trim it down. Should work. Let's find out. As the paint's drying on the toothpick, it's time to figure out how to open this light up. It looks like the bottom is just maybe loosely glued, so I tried prying it open. Didn't quite work, but I got a razor blade and kind of cut the glue that was in place and got it off. Wasn't too difficult. Let's check that toothpick and see if it's dry. Nope, not yet. So while we continue to wait for that to dry, I needed to get some cotton. I want to use it as smoke. And I just got this pillow for my sister for Christmas. Don't tell her, but I'm gonna steal some of its insides for this gift. Oh, and this pillow is actually from a show called What We Do in the Shadows. Amazing show. I digress though, but go check it out. Seriously.
New York City.
But going back to Taylor, I wanted to make some like fog that kind of fills the inside of the light, and this stuff's going to be awesome. And I pulled way too much of this out. Turns out only a little bit. Okay, I think the paint is finally dry. So now time to install this thing. But first, let's get Taylor on the Roomba. And that's where that tab comes into play. I split it down the middle, flipped out the sides, and then just hot glued her to the Roomba. That's simple. Now let's install the toothpick. To do that, peeled the two photos apart slightly and inserted the toothpick in, and it worked out really well. And I used hot glue to glue it in place. Then I just took some hot glue to the bottom of the Roomba and glued Taylor to the base of the lamp. Now for the smoke. And I'm gonna use hot glue to glue this down. I was gonna use some spray adhesive, but I think that was gonna be too messy, and yeah, no, just don't do that. I do wish I had some glitter though to put over the smoke, but I didn't have any. After a bit of shaping of the smoke, it was time to reattach the base of the lamp. And I wanted to make this still accessible just in case something falls apart on the inside. That way Caitlin can open it up and fix it. So I'm just gonna use hot glue, kind of tack it into place, making sure the orientation of the UFO is correct. I messed it up the first time. I don't want the charge cable coming out the front. You want that coming out the back. And now I present to you the final product.
You made me this little trinket, which is just hiding over here.
Look at that.
I think it needs to be charged because I couldn't get it to turn on.
You have to plug it in. It doesn't have a battery in there.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even question like how you got that little printout of Taylor. I was like, oh, that's cool. But now I'm like, oh, how'd you do that?
I straight up made that from scratch.
That's a big commitment there. As long as you enjoyed it, that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, I love challenges.
That's very nice.
I wanted to have a little bit more of a three-dimensional feel to it. That's why I went with the little mirror Roomba thing that she rides, and wanted to add a physical like stick for her to hang on to. I think it came out really good. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you gonna build something like this? Have you built something like this? I want to know in the comments. Let's chat. Would you like to see more kind of DIY crafty type stuff on the channel utilizing instant photography or photography in general? Let me know too. I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Now, get out there, make some art.